Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. It feels like forever since I've done a video for vlog, and I've got to get used to, because I'm so used to sitting so close to the camera, like literally I'm usually like really close, but then like when you're watching it I always have my head cut off, but sitting this far away just doesn't feel right at all. I feel like I want to be sat close. Let me know your thoughts. If I'm sat here, I'm obsessed with pink, by the way, if you couldn't tell. What do you think? I know the camera's there. I'm not so sure. I prefer being close up. Let's get close, because this is more like intimate vibes. This is I don't want to be sat far away unless I have to be. I'll get used to it. Anyway, how are you? I hope you've had a good week. I have had, although like now it's cut my head off. Let me move this tripod. We can do this together. I hope you've had a good week. I've had probably one of the most stressful weeks, because for those of you that are friends with me on social media, that's my hand, you'll know that I've been waiting for an important decision over the last week. Very important decision. And it's been very stressful. So how do you deal with stress? I tend to not sleep. My eating goes to shit. If I'm not mindful and I don't exercise, then I'm out the window. I procrastinate, I overthink, believe, all the things. So I felt, and this has been like a big decision. This camera's annoying me, like really annoying me. I think it might be my actual tripod. Let me have a play around with this, and because it just keeps falling down, and I'll be back in a sec. That's better. So yeah, so this last week for me has been waiting on a very big decision to be made. I'm not going to go into it on this YouTube video, but if you do want to connect with me on social media, then do follow me on Facebook. I'm Louise Elizabeth Blood on Facebook, and on Instagram I am at Fully Aligned and Empowered Woman. And any other things, subscribe. So hit the subscribe button on the YouTube when you found this video, all that kind of shit. Right. So what did I want to say and share with you today? So today's vlog I want to keep fairly short, because last week's vlog was a long one. It's about an hour long, nearly, well, 50 minutes long, so nearly an hour. I've just got off a coaching call with my beautiful clients, and in that I'm always really close up to the camera. So I do them via Facebook Live on Facebook. I go live inside of my coaching group every week and we do some coaching. So in that energy, I thought, rather than do like a full vlog of today, I wanted to just touch on a few things that we have covered in our coaching sessions together over the last few weeks, because it's aligned perfectly with just the decision that's been made in the last 24 hours, is bringing closure to a situation that I've been in for the last nearly 3 years now. And it's been a very stressful situation, very misaligned energetic situation, if you understand that terminology. It's not been ideal, but it's been what it's been. And we all have these things happen in life, and this one has just, it's been a long one. And we've finally reached the end of it, which is just, it feels so good. So today's coaching session with my ladies, because I've continued to run my coaching business alongside going through things as we do. Going into January, what the vibe has been inside of my coaching group has been very much about, we don't go into a new year all guns blazing, and we don't go into a new year setting all these massive goals. I have a program called Goddess Goals, which explains how I like to set and achieve my goals, and that is by not really setting, in January anyway, like goals. For me, I find that going into January is a really nice time for reflection and for setting intentions and for just clearing up and closing the chapter of the previous year. And over the last few sessions, we've sort of been talking about taking some time for reflection. And this is something that you can do going through January. You can do this at any time when you watch this video, right? Is really getting clear on where you are right now. So how you feel, what's working, what isn't. And then being intentional about how you actually want to feel, what it is that you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it. But also one of the most important things that we've been doing inside of my coaching group is reflecting on the last year. So of 2022, reflecting on last year and really taking the strengths from that, the lessons and the mistakes that were made last year. And then also today's practice that we've done is just forgiveness. Forgiveness of self for things that maybe didn't work out last year. Forgiveness for maybe decisions we made that weren't right. Forgiveness for just things that didn't work out. And then forgiveness not only for self, but also extending that forgiveness to people, circumstances and events outside of our control that have caused us to feel either stressed or off or ashamed or guilty or shitty or disappointed or anything like that. Any energy that makes you feel like shit. Basically, January is an opportunity to just cleanse that. So that then January becomes the foundation to serve the rest of the year. Because if we go into a new year, and often at Christmas time, it can be that time of year where there's been so much happening leading up to Christmas. I mean, I'm even saying the C word in January. Leading up to that time, that festive period, it can be quite stressful anyway. There can be a lot happening. We're often out of routine with work, with business, with life. We're seeing family. It can be a beautiful time of year. And it can be a lovely time of year to sort of celebrate, get together and do all that kind of stuff. But it can also be hectic. A lot of people find that they eat differently, they're celebrating more, they're drinking more, just everything is just out and it's off. And then we go into this new year and it seems like there's this social pressure to set goals, to do this, to go all guns blazing, to really like, boom, let's go. And if the foundations aren't right, this is when a lot of people find that they will make a decision that they want to achieve something or they set a goal and they go all guns blazing and get stuck into some of the actions, but then the wheels start to fall off the vehicle. And by the end of January, going into February, what was a goal at the beginning of January, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to change my life, has just completely fallen at the wayside. And you sort of cycle back to your old either self-sabotaging ways, or you just feel like you did before you started your goals, which is usually like shit. That's not a vibe for me at all. So for me and for my clients, going into January is a time for reflection, for intention setting, for forgiveness, and for really creating a firm foundation that feels like vibes, that just feels really good. And for me doing my coaching session today on the back of the news that I received yesterday, it couldn't be more aligned for what we've just discussed in my coaching group. It couldn't be more aligned for myself and for my clients. And I thought, right, I'm going to jump on this week's vlog and I'm just going to bring I'm going to share just this little piece with you in terms of don't rush through this month and don't be all, I mean, if you are in a good place and your habits are there and you are feeling good and it's there, I'm like, just go for it, do it. But if you are one of those people where you are setting goals or you are setting intentions on fragile ground, so your leadership that underpins all of your action isn't yet, not cemented, but it's not yet there. If you are putting too much pressure on yourself or expectation to become a completely different version of yourself at this time of year, and you just think, who am I kidding? And you can feel like things are falling off the wagon already, and you're getting annoyed with yourself and frustrated, you're completely out of alignment before the end of the month, and this is just month 1 of the year. And that is just not a vibe. For me, it's about being mindful of our state, our energy, being in personal power rather than circumstantial, and our ability to be able to realign back into how we want to feel, who we want to be, and taking the actions that we want to take. Now on these vlogs, I'm going to try not to be in coach mode because I want these to be more of a behind the scenes. But I also can't help the fact that I absolutely love coaching. I love helping people achieve their goals, their dreams. I love people help to build an online business with them. That's more something that I want to focus more on this year. It's something that I did in 2021. I created some just amazing programs and worked with amazing clients in 2021 to do with more building your business on social media, being confident, doing online videos, marketing pictures, that kind of stuff, branding stuff. I did all that in 2021 and I really, really, really loved it. I love doing that as well as my life coaching. That is something that I really love to do. It's just seeing people, especially women, I work with women, seeing women just really just step into themselves and really just step out of their comfort zones and show up and achieve the things they want to achieve, whether that's launching a business, creating a program, online program, knowing what to do in terms of setting that structure up online. It really just, as you can tell, it gets me very passionate because it's something that's changed my life and it's something that impacts my clients, changes their lives as well. But last year, I allowed circumstances to overshadow my own personal power. And what I found going through last year, because it was circumstances outside of my control, I found that it really last year really impacted my ability in my business more so to market, launch and really go all in on my business. And that's had obviously an impact in terms of the results that I created for myself last year, financially, in business, in growth. I'd sort of gone through 2021 and 4 times my business results from the year before. And I was in profit that year. Things were going incredible in 2021. And then as I went into 22, there was the whole, right, well, I can have this growth again. And that just did not happen. And the reason that didn't happen is because going into January last year, I had expectations for the circumstances in my life at that time, and decisions weren't made, things didn't happen. And there was a lot of pressure throughout the year last year that I put on myself. And then also circumstantially, I allowed that to impact my energy last year. And I was just like, I'm okay with that because there was a lot of, I want to say a lot of pressure on me. Maybe I am someone who puts a lot of pressure on myself. I still did. Last year in my business, I still marketed, I still ran my coaching container that I do, my coaching experience, I still ran that. I've still got my clients. I have clients that have worked with me for years. It's an absolute pleasure and it's an honour and it's a vibe. But in terms of marketing new stuff and particularly going into business coaching, where there's got to be that real drive in that wasn't there last year. And so going into this year, for me doing this forgiveness practice, not only for myself, but also for my clients, an element of that is, is that for me, is working through that. And we've just done a really amazing session on obviously forgiveness, of some practices we're going to be doing over the weekend to really sort of cleanse out any misaligned residual energy from last year that isn't serving us, that we don't want to take through into this year. And the news that I've had in the last 24 hours is like next level energy cleansing, yes, vibes. So I'm very happy right now. And if you know me and you've been following me for a while, you will know the story, you will know what I'm talking about, and it just feels so good. And so many people have also been waiting for this decision. I've had people messaging me over the last month especially, just saying, have we heard anything yet? Come on, it's got to be now. And I'm just like, no, I haven't heard anything yet. I'm still waiting. It's driving me insane. Literally for the last 2 weeks, it's been like nails down chalkboard for 2 weeks. That's how it's felt. And then still showing up and doing like obviously work and stuff like that, and the house and kids, and life doesn't stop. And here we are today. It feels like closure of what has been a 3-year somewhat traumatic experience, and we're at the end of it now. So I couldn't be more happy. So it means that beyond this, things are going to be slightly different in terms of my coaching, in my business, showing up on this vlog, doing the things, and it feels really good. And like I said, I've got an itchy nose right now, and what I will say is, for those of you that are into channeling, you can be like, why are you picking your nose on like a vlog? For those of you into channeling, when I'm in alignment and when I am talking about things that just I'm either passionate about or that means something to me, or where it's just like I feel in flow, I get an itchy nose. Anybody else? Like literally here, I got an itchy nose and I have to scratch it. You're all going to think I'm completely mad right now, and that's okay because I literally am. Welcome to the world that is mine. Obviously, if you're a client of mine or you've worked with me in the past, you already know. And that's why we love each other. That's why we get on so well. That's why we work together. It's a vibe. If you're new to my world, you're going to think this woman's crazy. And that's good. We've got to be a bit crazy. So what I want to invite you to do, and this is the last piece of coaching for this bit, and whether I wrap up this vlog just with this, we will see. I may film some more throughout the day. I want to invite you to check in. If you're in a state where you have set yourself some goals, or you are putting pressure on yourself to achieve something this year, and it already doesn't feel good, it feels overwhelming in some way, you're feeling frustrated, the actions that you committed to, you are already starting to dwindle on those actions and you're feeling a bit like, oh, who was I kidding? Then this is for you. This is for you. I want you to take the pressure off yourself. I want you to reflect on all your strengths, all the things you are good at, all the things you are naturally good at. I want you to really reflect on that and all the strengths and all the things you have achieved, whether it's last year or in your life. I want you to really reflect on that. Take some time, get a piece of paper and a pen, write it down, all the things you have achieved in your life. It is amazing how much you have actually achieved and done and lived through and survived. And we so often forget all of that when we're so in our heads about what we haven't done or what we haven't achieved. I want you to reflect back and I want you to really get into the strengths. All of that. Once you've got into that, another thing I would love for you to consider, and it's something like I said we discussed today in my coaching session, is about forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for mistakes you may have made, forgiving yourself for decisions that maybe weren't the right ones, forgiving yourself for feeling disappointed or annoyed or resentful or bitter or any of that misaligned, frustrated energy from last year or up to now. Forgive yourself for it. And then also practicing forgiveness, not only for yourself, but also for others, for circumstances, for events outside of your control. Gratitude, mindfulness, forgiveness, love, all these things will change the game for you this year if you are willing to just stand still for a moment and allow yourself to really feel into it. This is something as human beings we don't do enough. We hear a lot about mindfulness. However, I often find that mindfulness is very much up here. It's all about what we're thinking and feeling, yes, but the mindfulness is very much like, let's think about this, let's change the thought. My thing is, let's just make it an embodiment practice. And so I've taken my clients through that this morning. I'm not going to go deep into it in this, obviously, I want to say session, in this vlog, because I would be here for an hour and I'm not going to do that to you. If you want to learn more about my coaching, please inbox me. I've got information about my coaching experience on my Facebook page. If you go to my Facebook page, Louise Elizabeth Blood, at the top there's a pinned post and it tells you there about my coaching experience and the package that is, you know, what's included in it, how much it is, all that kind of stuff. If that's something you want to be part of, inbox me. I won't press you to be in there. It's up to you if you want to be in there, but it's a vibey space. It's amazing. And my clients in there love it. I love being in there. We work together every single week. We have a Zoom coaching session together every single month. And it's just a really valuable space for you to be able to be yourself, to be able to make friends with like-minded people, and for you to learn more about yourself and what you are capable of and how to actually change your life for the better. That is what that space is all about. So I am now going to jump off this section of this video. Whether I wrap this vlog up now, we'll see. So if there's no video after this, it's been a vibe. Hi. If I feel like I might add a few bits on though, only because it was my eldest daughter Ella's birthday yesterday. It was her 17th birthday yesterday. Like, how on earth? So she's now 17. She's got a car sat on the drive, so we've been sat in the car this morning. Whether I feature a bit of her car and show you her little cute car, we'll see. I'm just going to see how I feel. This is how I want to run this vlog, is how do I feel? And this is how I've set this vlog up for myself, because for me, when I'm doing anything in my life or business, I'm like, let's go with the vibe. I've committed to doing a vlog every single week. So in my diary, when I plan my week, I put in what day I'm going to vlog. And on the day, I don't put pressure on myself for what I'm actually going to vlog. I just show up and film whatever feels aligned to film. So right now, This is what feels aligned to film. Whether I want to capture any more from the day, I'm just going to see. So this vlog is either going to end now, or there will be a little bit more sprinkled on the end of it. But whatever you're doing for the rest of your day, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye. So I've got myself out for a walk this afternoon because it's a gorgeous day. It's cold, but it's still a gorgeous day. The sun's shining. And I've got out of the habit of going for a walk. So I thought I would head out with my head muff on and just get some fresh air. I think just over December, Christmas, just got out of the habit of walking, so it's nice to get out. I'll show you the views from here. We stand still for a minute. So this is literally 5-10 minute walk from my house. Now the weather's getting a bit nicer, even though it's freezing. It's nice when the sun's shining, it's not chucking it down with rain to get out and just get some fresh air and go for a walk. So I'm just allowing the fresh air to cleanse and shift my energy a little bit today, this afternoon. And it feels really nice, so it's nice and fresh. So the ducks are just standing on the canal, on the frozen edge. Zach's come and met me on his bike, which I've stolen. I asked him to wrap up warm, so he's got shorts on. He's back there somewhere. So back round to here. So he's now going for that puddle. As you can see, I said dress warmly. And he's got shorts on. Is it good? Right. Let's go then. Oh God. Oh, my battery's low now. Hang on. I don't do this while, because it's going to go fast. Let me go slowly down this hill. I'm not a daredevil by any means. Oh God, and I've got wellies. I've got wellies on. Right, hang on. Here we go. Oh shit. Right. I'm such a wimp. Oh, there we go. Hey. Oh, this seat is so uncomfortable. Oh, are you on it?
Listen.
On there. Take the bike through.
Oh. That sounded so satisfying.
Yeah.
Listen to it. Oh my god. Oh, so satisfying. Wait. Found one. Got one. Got one. Got one.
So that's the sun going down. In case you didn't know.
Smash! Big one.
Anyone else got boys?
Oh, he's landing on me.
It's a boy thing, isn't it? You going again?
Oh my gosh. Look at this one.
Yeah. It's amazing how much entertainment a frozen puddle can provide for a 12-year-old child. He's in there now fishing out ice and then smashing it on the floor. So this is this, and he's now got another massive piece. I feel it's a boy thing. I don't think I ever
Really quickly, Mum.
wanted to do this as a child. Right, go on then. Happy?
Yes.
Yeah? Good.
Ow. It's too cold.
We're still out. The sun has set.
Mum, another big one. Can you get my bike?
Yes, I can.
Because I don't know if I can use it here.
Yep.
Because I'm going around. Ready?
Got the
Here we
bike.
go.
Oh, we've got another load of puddles. Right, okay.
I think this one's a stable one. It's working. It's working. Slowly. Ah! Oh my God.
Get hold of this bike and turn this camera around.
I'm thinking.
In trainers.
Let's go for it now. Now or never. I'm in now.
White socks.
I'm in.
That's my boy. All right there.
What's that?
Ice.
Wait, Mum, that looks like a human body.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a human body sweet.
Can you hear it
I can
cracking?
double check though.
Look at the whiteness cracking.
Yeah, that's just ice
Look,
cream.
the head, the brain head,
Nice.
mouth, neck going down,
Yeah.
then the stomach.
Oh yeah.
Look at oh, yeah, I can. Oh, it comes. My feet are literally off. I can't feel my feet. Oh, I can't feel my feet, Mum.
You won't be able to.
Oh, 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 ah! Help me with this.
We're still going. Sun's almost set. Well, that was quite the mission. It's getting dark now. I'm that person who is the last person to bring their wheelie bin in. Everyone else has came in about 2 days ago. I'm just bringing mine in now. It's been a nice walk. My hands are ready to fall off. I can't feel my toes. Impromptu. It's our new family member here. Yeah. Ella's new little beast. She's very cute, called Minnie. So, there we have it. Went out for a 45-minute walk. 2 hours later, we're back. And it's dark. It's very nice though. I like impromptu things like that, so time to get inside and warm up because